Greetings, everyone. Gary Rasberry here. Happy Family Day to all of you. I'm here at the Malting Tower at the Tett Centre, and if my memory serves me correctly, I've spent a whole bunch of family days right here in this very room with all of you, and we can't be doing that this year, which is too bad, but the good news is that you're there, I'm here, and we'll make some music and we'll see what we can do. So I wanted to start off by wishing you all well. I hope you're comfy in your living rooms or your kitchens, whether you're wearing your pajamas or your fuzzy slippers. Just make yourself comfortable, and I'm going to sing some songs for you. I think the first song I'll do is, usually when I'm playing a set of music, I wait till the end of my set till I do one of my greatest hits. But I thought, it's Family Day. I would just start off with one of my greatest hits right off the bat for no extra charge. So I'm going to sing a song called At the Drive-Thru, and you may know this song. And if you do, I would recommend that wherever you are, safety comes first, so you should put your seatbelts on, because we're going to go for a little trip in our car to the drive-thru. And this is a story. It's partly true, and it's partly not true, and you can decide which parts are true and which parts are not true. But there is this family that decides to go to the drive-thru, probably like your family, but as they're going out the door, they decide, the kids ask, hey, Mom and Dad, can we bring our Jasper, the dog? And the parents, of course, say no. You remember what happened last time we took Jasper. And the kids, they plead and they say, but he's so sad. So in the interest of not having a family argument, which I'm sure your family doesn't have any of those, they decide, okay, we'll bring Jasper. What could go wrong? So they're off to the drive-thru. So here we go, everybody. Seatbelts on. We're at the drive-thru. Well, I'm in the backseat with my sister at the drive-thru. At the drive-thru, you can sing that part. At the drive-thru, with my mom, my dad, my brother, and the dog too. And the lineup, it's 12 cars long. Well, I'm hoping for some French fries at the drive-thru. At the drive-thru, at that drive-thru. A burger, hot chocolate, maybe ice cream too. And the lineup, it's 11 cars long. But this could be a bad day if my mother doesn't get her latte. Well, it makes it feel just like a Monday on a Saturday afternoon. I don't mean to be complaining at the drive-thru. I still am at the drive-thru, at the drive-thru. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Well, how about you? And the lineup, it's 10 cars long. And sometimes I wonder why no one's inside. Why? There's empty tables, there's empty chairs. It looks clean and cozy, but no one's in there. Why? 'Cause everybody's lined up at the drive-thru. They are at the drive-thru, at the drive-thru. Well, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. How about you? And the lineup, it's 9 cars long. Help me here. 9 cars long, 9 cars long. See how we wait, see how we wait. Our dog is getting restless at the drive-thru, at the drive-thru, at the drive-thru. He's chewing on the armrest and the seatbelt too. And the lineup, it's 8 cars long. Last time he ate 2 dozen donuts and some chili too. Some chili too, at that drive-thru. Well, that's why our dog's excited, wouldn't you be too? And the lineup, it's 7 cars long. And this could be a good day, a good day. Well, now that we're only 6 cars away, well, hey, look, now we're only 5 cars away. Everything's going to be okay. I'm fighting with my sister at the drive-thru, at the drive-thru, at the drive-thru. Well, I threw an orange peel, but I missed her at the drive-thru. And the lineup, it's 4 cars long. And sometimes I wonder why no one's inside. Why? There's empty tables, there's empty chairs, looks clean, so cozy, but no one's in there. Our dad is getting angry at the drive-thru, at the drive-thru, at the drive-thru. He's mad at me, he's mad at her, he's mad at you. And the lineup, it's 2 cars, we're getting close. You got raccoons on picnic tables at the drive-thru, at the drive-thru, at the drive-thru. And seagulls after bagels at the drive-thru. And the lineup, it's 1 car long. Our dog is throwing up now at the drive-thru, ooh, at the drive-thru, at the drive-thru. And our whole car's going crazy at the drive-thru. But at least we're first in line. That's right, because we've been waiting all this time. We're at the window singing window, window, the beginning window, window. And we're first in line. We made it, everybody. May I take your order at the drive-thru? There it is, everybody. We've done our first song. That last song, at the drive-thru, it's on a record that I made called The Very Next Day, and I made it with this fabulous band from Toronto called the Woodchet Orchestra. And this next song is also on the same record, on the same CD. And when I go to do my shows with families, people buy my CDs, which I'm really thankful for, and they play them in their cars, and they tell me, Gary Rasberry, you sound pretty good when our car is moving along. And some sad news is that a lot of new cars, they don't have CD players in them. So I hope that your car has a CD player in it, and you can find me, and if you want some of this music, you can certainly make it happen in your car. This next song is called Who Loves You? It's a great Family Day song to sing. So I guess when I sing this song, I'd ask you to think about, well, who loves you? And who do you love? And I've got some suggestions in this song for you. See if you can relate to any of them. Who loves you? Here we go. Who loves you? Who loves you? Who loves you? Will your dog and your cat do? Who loves you? Who loves you? Who loves you? Will your dog and your cat do? Plus a goldfish and a hamster too. That's who loves you. That's who. That's who. That's who loves you. Who loves you? Who loves you? Who loves you? Will your mom and your dad do? Who loves you? Who loves you? Who loves you? Will your mom and your dad do? Plus your grandpa and a best friend too. That's who loves you. Yeah, that's who. That's who. That's who loves you. Raise your hands if you love you. 'Cause you know it's up to you. Well, raise your hands to show it's true. And then we'll know for sure, simple, sweet, and pure, just who loves you. Well, you do, that's right, you do. You do love you. Well, do you, 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 do you love you? Well, I hope you do, I hope you do, I really, really, really do, I hope you love you. Who else loves you? Who else loves you? Who else loves you? Your Uncle Chris and your best friend June moved last year to Saskatoon. Your Grandpa Dave and your cousin Jill, the Jackson family up the hill. Noah, Sophie, Jenny and Pete, Bob the dog who lives across the street. Your stuffed giraffe named Mr. Q, Sarah, Scott and Jennifer too. Aunt Phyllis who always pulls your leg. Your cousins moved in Winnipeg. For all those people who hold you dear, in case you forgot, I'm telling you here, you give yourself and you give yourself too. You love yourself and yourself loves you. Well, that's who loves you. Yeah, that's who loves you. That's who loves you. Thanks, everybody. I hope you're okay in your living rooms. I hope you're having a good family day. And I miss being able to see you sitting around with me. I miss seeing parents changing diapers, and I miss kids laughing and crying and having tantrums and laughing and crying and having tantrums. Those are all the beautiful things I get to experience when I'm with you. So I can't see you, but I know that you're out there, and I hope that you're remembering all the people that love you, and hope that you're remembering to love other people, and hope you're keeping some music in your life. Hope you've got a favorite playlist maybe. And you know, if I'm lucky, Gary Rasberry might be on your playlist. So let's see, I've got another song. This song is a song I wrote also on the very next day with the Woodshed Orchestra. And this song, it's also a Family Day song. And the reason I think it's a Family Day song is because I wrote it about adults and about children, and those two things together, those two kinds of people, adults and children. They're sitting around the table. Let's say it's Thanksgiving, or maybe it's Christmas, or it's a special event, and all your family around the table. You've had a great dinner, dinner's over, and now, you may recognize this, if you are a child person out there, you might remember suddenly the adults, they start talking and talking and talking. And pretty soon, maybe your Uncle Sam or your Aunt Phyllis starts telling stories. And they start telling stories that get more and more elaborate. And they start telling stories about all the crazy things they did when they were children. Of course, then they remember that there's children sitting at the table, so they stop and look at you and go, but don't do what I did. So I thought about that, and I figured, well, but if you're a kid, like, when do you get to do bad stuff? So that's why I wrote this song. It's called It's Not Easy Being a Kid. It's got 4 adults who make guest appearances. Each adult gets their own verse. There's a dad, there's an aunt, there's a mother, and there's a big brother. So here we go. It's called It's Not Easy Being a Kid. Well, it's not easy being a kid, 'cause everybody's telling you not to do what they did. That's right, everybody's telling you not to do what they did. And it's not easy being a kid. Along comes the dad with his story. Well, my dad said when he was a kid, he did some bad stuff. He stole some gum and he lied to his mom and he acted real tough. He broke some rules, he stole some tools, set fire to the shed. He thought he'd be cool around that school, got grounded instead. So don't do what he did, please don't do what he did. Oh, don't get in all that trouble, don't do what he did. I told you it was bad. You may have an aunt who's done some crazy things. Well, my aunt said I should be dead when she fell from that tree. She climbed too high and poked her eye, got stung by a bee. It was almost dark, she reached that park and started to climb. She knew all along she was doing wrong, she didn't mind. So don't do what she did, please, don't do what she did. Oh, don't get in all that trouble, don't do what she did. Well, good enough, fair enough, but the kids are asking, how are we supposed to learn? It's only fair we get our turn. get in trouble of our own, with our friends or all alone. The kids are saying, we want to get in trouble too. They say, we really, really, really do. To know what's right but do what's wrong. We want to worry our parents all night long. My mother told me she took the car when she was 15. She didn't have her license, if you know what I mean. Well, quick as a mouse, snuck out of the house, she drove to the store. Didn't get very far, she smashed that car into the front door. So don't do what she did, please. Don't do what she did. Please don't get in all that trouble. Don't do what she did. Oh, this one's not so bad. It's a big brother. Raise your hand if you've got a big brother. I thought so. Well, my brother told me a story. It was from his earlier days. Well, he was only 8 when he climbed the gate and he wandered away. Well, our parents thought he was sleeping all snug in his bed, but he was watching TV at the neighbor's instead. So don't do what he did, please don't do what he did. Well, don't get in all that trouble, don't do what he did. That's what I'm trying to say, don't do what they did. Well, don't do what they did. Well, don't get in all that trouble. Please, 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 don't get in all that trouble. Don't do what she did, like the aunt and the mother. Well, don't do what he did, like the dad and the big brother. Well, don't do what they did, all those darn adults. Don't do what we did. There it is, everybody. It's not easy being a kid. I hope you can't relate to any of those stories, especially the mom and the dad. Not good. Well, this is a family show, and I've been singing songs on my children's records, but I have to make a special announcement. Stay seated, everybody, and don't get too excited and rush the camera, but I have a new album coming out, and it's not a children's album. But let me please clarify, it's not a children's album. I think children will like these songs, but I kind of got carried away writing songs for parents. And this album, it's called Polishing Stone. And I'm really happy and proud of it. And it's coming out soon. I think it's gonna come out April 1st, 2021. And I made it on Wolf Island, which is a great place to make a record. And it's coming out on Wolf Island Records. And so I thought, for something entirely different, I would sing a song for your parents out there. And I thought I would sing the title track of this album. It's called Polishing Stone. And you can find ways to find me. Right now, my website is being taken apart. The construction workers are deconstructing it, and they're building it a new and improved site. So you might not be able to reach me, but there's probably only one Gary Rasberry in Kingston, and I'm guessing you can find me one way or the other. So this song is called Polishing Stone. And I wrote this song while I was traveling as a young man. I ventured out into the mountains. And this is some stories that fit into a song about being an adventurous young person and seeing something as beautiful as the mountains for the first time. It's called Polishing Stone. Well, I went to the river, my heart on my sleeve, looking for something to help me believe. The river's motion, the currents run deep. Went to the river, polishing stones. Then I went to the mountains, high as the sky, feeling so small, wondering why. The forest was silent, I was never alone. Went to the mountains, polishing stone. polishing stone, polishing stone, going away, and then coming home, polishing stone, polishing stone. To the highway, show me a sign wide like the ocean, a thin white line, and I'm feeling big love for these friends of mine. Went to the highway, polishing stone. Motion, the currents run deep, carves out this valley, ancient, steep, and life is a promise I know I will keep. The river is motion, polishing stone, polishing stone. River is motion. Well, the river is motion. Thanks, everybody. That's Polishing Stone. And I'd like to sing another song from Polishing Stone. And this song is actually a song I wrote about children. I wrote it for my children, who are no longer children. They're young adults. They're beautiful people. And I actually wrote this song for them when they were in school and when they were in kindergarten, in grade 1, and even preschool. And they went to a school, well, here in Kingston, they went to the Mulberry Waldorf School. And then our family moved to Australia, and they went to a Steiner school called Orana School. And the Waldorf system is also called the Steiner system in Europe and in Australia. So my children went to these beautiful schools, and I wrote this song about how amazing the teachers were and how beautiful the children were and the classrooms that they worked and played in. And it's called Here We Have Time. And the reason I gave the title, the song this title, is because a kindergarten teacher in the Waldorf school, she'd been teaching for about 25 years, and I went to see her give a talk about what it's like to be a teacher of kindergarten children. And she said that they worked in their classroom and they worked with the children as though there was an invisible sign above the door, and that sign said, "Here we have time." We must learn to give to others the things that we ourselves most need. A smile, a laugh, a kind word to offer. Love grows from the tiniest seed. So here is a song for our children, all holding hands, stretched out in a line. Here's to the love and life we are building, a love that is yours, a love that is mine. And all of our children, so beautifully fine, they're arrive, we greet them. Here we have time, and the music is yours, and the music is mine. The music is love. Here we have time. A soft light falls, it's coming in through the windows. Colors splash, they dance on the floor. Love is the song the children all sing to. It's music in waves, touching the shore. And here is a place, it's quiet and giving, with patience and kindness and love to spare. So open the doors and open the windows, and into the light I'll meet you there. And all of our children, so beautifully fine, they arrive, we greet them. Here we have time, and the story is yours, and that story is mine, and the story is love. Well, here we have time. Story is love, and here we have time. Here we have time. Here we have time. Here we have time. Thanks, everybody. So there's 2 brand new songs from Polishing Stone, and I'm pretty excited because I know that people aren't buying CDs these days. Everybody's got playlists and Spotify, and I'm on those places like Apple Music and Spotify, but I decided I was gonna have some vinyl made. So not only am I gonna have albums, vinyl albums made, they're gonna be blue. They're gonna be Polishing Stone blue. And they're gonna be so wonderful that even if you don't have a turntable, you're probably gonna want one. So I'm gonna finish off, everybody, and I wanted to thank the Tett Centre for having me on Family Day. And I'm sorry that we're not together, but I'm also really glad that we're together in this way, because everybody's doing the best they can. I know that you are, and I'm trying my best. And I wanted to thank the Tett Centre and Nadine. And I also wanted to thank Jesse and Noah, who you can't see because they are behind the scenes, and they're filming and recording and making all this happen so that we can land in your living room. So the last song I wanted to do for you is, this song is called All the Ways I Do, and it's also on Polishing Stone. And I wrote this song as a love song, and it's the kind of love that, it's a love that when you're a parent and you have children, you find out that you are able to love in ways that you just didn't think was ever possible. And you kind of find yourself astounded, amazed, exhausted, but somehow this new love is forged in you. And so I wrote this song as a love song for my children, but also for your children, and for families, and for love. And part of the line in the song says, so, count your blessings and count on me. So thanks, everybody, for being with us. I'm going to finish off with All the Ways I Do. Well, I see you sitting by your window. Well, I guess you're wondering where the time goes. It goes fast and slow. It goes to and fro. It goes out the gate. It goes down the road. Well, I try to count the ways I love you. Well, it's like counting stars above you. They sparkle bright, first star tonight. Well, I wish I may, I wish I might tell you all the ways I do. Tell you every day I do. Through and through, you know it's true for all the ways I do. Now we all know just how time flies. The sunset swings around to sunrise. It's orange, it's pink, it makes you think. You miss the moment if you blink. So count your blessings, you count on me. Set the table and pour some tea. I sing this love song just for you, for all the ways I do, for all the ways I do. Well, I see you sitting by your window. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you hopefully next Family Day right here at the Tett Centre. This is Gary Rasberry signing off. Thanks, everybody.